Good morning, friends. Oh my goodness, do I have some juicy stuff for you today. The topic is psyching ourselves out of it. And I am going to go hardcore into this, and I'm going to go into it really fast because my son has fired me up in such an incredibly insane way this morning. So yesterday he got his iPad taken away. I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory so that it makes sense as we move forward on this topic. Got his iPad taken away yesterday because he couldn't control his emotions. And when he gets snotty, he loses stuff. Sorry, that's parenting. Good morning, Liz. Oh, this is going to be good, Liz. So stick around for a minute if you got it. So what I want to know, so he got his iPad taken away. So today, all he has to do for school is a math test. Okay? It's one math test today and he can have his iPad back. Yay! So he ends up getting up super early this morning. No problem. He starts his math test. He doesn't evaluate the fact that the math test has more than like one section and one page, right? So he literally, if you're watching, say hello. Good morning, Josephine. Good morning, Sarah. So he goes into total freak out mode. Like, my son on the outside looks so cute and charming, but I can tell you he has a fiery side of all the storms and all the craziness, okay? Good morning, good morning. So he looks at this test and he sees what he has to do. He thinks it's a one-page test. Then he flips to the second page. He's still cooking. He's still okay. He's still like, yep, got this. He flips to the third page. He starts to bail. He starts to panic. He starts to freak. He gets to page 4 and he completely mentally shuts down. Crying, tears, throwing himself on the floor. He's going to watch this when he's 18 and he's going to be like, Mom, I can't believe you told people this. But totally panicking. And it made me think. He tells himself he can't do it. It's too hard. It's too difficult. I can't do this. It's too much. How often do we as adults, we might not throw ourselves on the floor and cry audibly for the world to see, but as adults, how often do we literally look at what we have to do and our goals and the dreams that we have and we go, it's too hard, it's too much. And then we utter that terrible word that is true no matter which way we use it. Good morning, Cynthia. I can't. And you know what I can't does? And you know what throwing those fits and acting a fool, literally, is it's shutting your brain off. You literally turn yourself off from the ability to accomplish what you have to do. And then it's literally like you have to work your way back from start to get yourself going again. You literally shut your car off in the middle of traffic when you were going towards what it was that you were going towards, and you shut it off. You like, nope, parked, can't do it, too hard, too difficult, and I can't move any further. Who likes a dead car in the middle of the highway? Can somebody tell me, like, who wins in that situation? No one. The person inside the car, which is now us, is terrified, calling for an emergency vehicle to come and get us out of this situation, right? You in your business and in your life are that emergency vehicle. You are. You are the only person that can get yourself out of that mental funk, that thing. Like, the phrase that I grew up with is like, my grandpa always said it, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. What happened to being our tougher selves? Not when the going gets tough, we lay in our bed and we pull our covers over our head. Like, that's not the quote. That's not the quote. That's what my son's doing right now as an 8-year-old boy. But we're grown people. We are adults. We have life to live. We have things to accomplish. And when we say to ourselves, I can't do it, it's too hard, we're shutting ourselves down in traffic. We literally like turned the car off, pulled the keys out, and threw them out the window. What is that serving you for your better purpose? God gave you something on your heart to fire you up, that you know you need to go for, that sets your soul on fire, that encourages you to encourage others. And I'm guilty, so don't think that I'm just like telling all of you this. I'm telling myself this, and I wrote some notes down. Why do we do that? Why do we beat ourselves up? Why do we tell ourselves that we can't? Why do we fight ourselves? Do you know how much effort my 8-year-old put in, like literally fighting with himself and his imaginary like the piece of paper, and crying for like 20 minutes over something that he just needs to sit down and do. And it's not going away. You can run from it, you can hide from it, you can bury yourself in your covers, you can cry, you can feel sorry for yourself, but the reality of life is those struggles aren't going anywhere. At one point, we have to get up, look it in the eye, and say, I can do this, and face it. And that's what he's going to realize in a little bit, that no matter how much he cries and hides in his room and tries to fight the fake Santa Claus in our kitchen and throws himself on the floor like a baby, he's still going to have to get up, look at that paper, and do the work. So why? We expect our kids not to act like that, and we still expect them to sit down and do the work. And if you're a teacher, your students have to sit down and do the work. If you're a boss, your employees have to sit down and do the work. So why do we give ourselves an out? Why do we tell ourselves that it's okay to fudge on this? It's okay to do it half-assed. It's not okay. God doesn't do things that way. He doesn't show up in our lives part-time. Why do we show up part-time? Why do we give half of what we are for a goal that we want full return on? We invest little, here and there, and we want full payout. Who do we think we are? Who do we think we are? This is insanity to me. Like, it just hit me like a ton of bricks this morning as my son is throwing himself on the kitchen floor, crying, running from room to room, telling me how awful it is and how hard life is. Stop giving your inability or your thought process stop giving energy to the doubting, the complaining, the rationalizing what it is in your life that you can't do because of some deficiency. Stop avoiding it, because nothing is going to change if nothing changes. Right? That sounds so stupid. Nothing changes if nothing changes. But it's true. If you don't do anything different and you don't show up any different way and you don't make good on the things that you say that you're going to do, you're going to be in the same dang spot you were yesterday, or worse, because now you've gone backwards because you forgot what it is that your forward momentum looked like. You forgot what it was like to drive that car in the fast lane at 110 miles per hour. That's a dopamine rush, my friends. That is some hardcore, amazing, golden work when we put it in that way and when we show up that way. Can you drive at 120 all the time? No, your car will break down and you need to stop for gas. I get that. But don't stop in the middle of the lane of your life on the way to get the goal that you want because it looks too hard. Stop it. Stop letting yourself off the hook and giving yourself excuses because you're afraid of what the failure might look like, or you're afraid of the tough work, or you're afraid because it looks too hard. Surround yourself with some amazing people that will push you, that will not let you quit, that will not let you sit under your covers, because I'm going back in there and I'll tell you, he's going to sit at that table and he's going to get this test done and he's going to get those subtraction problems done in record time once he clears his head. Don't let yourself put yourself back. What happens if you don't show up today? How do you know that inaction for that one day doesn't set you back 6 months? why? Why let that be an excuse for you? Stop the complaining, stop the downing. And I'm preaching to myself today. I'm giving myself, this is like me looking in the mirror, because I can see myself when I do these Facebook Lives, which is some super magical power. So don't do it. Quit quitting on yourself. If you're going to quit something, quit quitting on yourself, your dreams, your ambitions, the thing that's going to get you to the next level. Do not park your car in that fast lane. And if you need somebody to rally upside you and say, hey, sis, what you doing? I'll be that person, because I need that in my life too. I need checks and balances. But stop beating yourself up and telling yourself that you can't do something, and start fighting yourself. Fight with yourself and tell yourself that the thing that you want is more important than the uncomfortable way you feel in this moment at this time. And you are worth it. You are worth it. And he's worth it. My 8-year-old son in there crying and hiding under his covers right now and checking out and trying to watch a TV show. He's worth it. And he knows it. I know it. And you're worth it too. Don't quit on you. Okay? Don't quit on you. Don't quit on your dream. Don't tell yourself it's too hard. Put in the work now so that you can reap the benefits later, because life is short. You aren't promised tomorrow, and it's not too hard. And you can do it just like he can. And I will get back to you on how that goes. There might be some more tears. There might be some more fighting. There might be some more screaming and yelling and, fighting. Thank you. And fighting the paper. And I told him that. I said, it's a paper. It's a goal you have. Fight it. Get your sword out and fight for what it is that you want in life, because no one's going to hand that to you. I'm not going to sit in there and do his subtraction for him. I pass subtraction. I don't like doing it now either, but guess what? I can. Right? You can. Don't give yourself an out. I hope everybody has a blessed day. If you missed the beginning of this, it's fire. I promise you, because I'm fired up now. Yelling at myself in my live. But go get it done. Do not stop your car in the fast lane. Do not throw your keys out the window and give up. Go get it done. See you tomorrow.